males can be Mac daddies forever. Even if they're 90 years old, they can still be Mac daddies. Why? Look at this picture
Because God
over
is
here.
male.
This is what's referred to as your germinal epithelium. And, oh, by the way, don't forget when we're doing the chromosome count, right? The 46, so it's really 45, then the, sorry, 40, not 44, then XY or XX. Don't forget the sex chromosomes, right? So that's why when you develop the 4 cells in mitosis, it will be 22 plus the X, 22 plus the Y, right? If it's a male. If it's a female, it's all X. Okay? Don't forget the X and the Y. Okay, look at this one. I want you to look at this. It's called gonium. Spermatogonium is the primitive germ cell. You will see oogonium, that's the primitive egg cell. Spermatogonium, this is the primitive sperm cell. This is something unique to males. You don't see this in females. Look at the primitive spermatogonium. Do you see this word? Mitosis. Mitosis is what? Dividing of the cell to produce 2 cells looking exactly alike, right? Same chromosome count. This is why males are Mac daddies forever. Their primitive spermatogonium, they divide by mitosis to produce 2 cells. One is committed to divide by meiosis and the other one is in the reserves. You understand? Then this one again would be divided by mitosis. One reserved, the other one will go through spermatogenesis. So they always have a reserved primitive spermatogonium. You understand? Okay? So the one that is destined to become a sperm is what you call a spermatocyte. See the difference between gonium and spermatocyte. This one has been destined to divide by meiosis. Okay? Don't forget, females, that's the main difference. That's why we go through menopause, not males. Because with females, with us, when we are born, actually, at birth, all of our eggs have already started meiosis. We don't have reserves. Whereas in females, they're here. And in males, they're here. In females, our eggs are here. They already started meiosis. All our eggs once were born. But for them, they're up here. You understand? Okay? So, one more difference between male and female. With male, you know that we only ovulate one egg. We're going to look at how a female meiosis happens. But here, we're just looking at male reproductive system. You should know that all formed sperm cells are developed. They're formed. All of them are formed. So every time a male spermatogonium goes through meiosis, what is produced? All 4 cells. All 4 spermatocytes. Okay? Let's look at this typical spermatocyte. This is how it looks like. In the beginning, it looks like a normal cell, right? And then it slowly differentiates. You know of the word traveling light? The sperm has that shape because it has to travel light. So, what are the parts of a typical sperm? So, in the beginning, it's nice, the cell membrane, nucleus, cytoplasm. Then it changes. There's the nucleus over here, and it's covered by a helmet, the acrosome. This is the head. And then the neck just contains mitochondria, and then the flagella is for swimming of the sperm. You notice that the sperm, once it's mature, I call it naked. It doesn't contain anything. It doesn't contain any organelles. It does contain mitochondria, which the function of mitochondria is for
Energy.
Energy. But it doesn't have anything, right? It doesn't have anything to eat. But it has to be this shape because it has to swim, right? Imagine the journey of the sperm cell. If it was a heavy cell, see, look at the female reproductive organ all the way up. This is there's the vagina, there's the cervix, there's the uterus. And you know where fertilization usually happens? Right here. There's the fallopian tube, and then there's the egg. Fertilization usually happens here. So imagine the journey of the sperm. They have to go all the way up, 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 up. It's a long trip for them. They have to travel light. That's the purpose of the shape. What is this acrosome? This is very important. The acrosome actually contains enzymes. It's called hyaluronidase. It's just enzymes there that help to penetrate the egg. When it finally meets the egg, that egg is not a friendly egg. Just look at the egg in the store, right? Has a hard shell. It's the same thing with our eggs that we ovulate. It has a shell. So to get to the egg itself, so this is the egg, and it has actually 2 layers of shells. To get to that, you need this acrosome, you need the enzymes to penetrate, and then finally, once you used up all this acrosome, you used it all up, to penetrate that one, what's left is the nucleus, which contains the 23 chromosomes. You dump it in there, you form the new cell. You understand? Okay? So, is there a normal shape for sperm? Yes. Right? Look at a normal. So, that's why I think fertility clinics, they cost a lot of money to study, to find out if you're sterile or whatever, because it takes it's a serious diagnosis. No one wants to be diagnosed as sterile or infertile. So they really look at the anatomy of the sperm cells. This is how they should look like. This is how normal looks like. If there's a kink like that, it's already abnormal. If there's there's a folding there, or this one didn't even continue to divide. Some of them will have 2 heads. This is all abnormal. What do you think is the normal sperm count? What do you think? Thousands, you say? Is it thousands?
Hundred thousands.
Huh?
It's in the 100,000s, isn't it?
100,000. No.
No?
The normal ejaculate is about, what's the normal ejaculate? About 3 to 5 mils, right? And
Yeah, it's about a
the
tablespoon.
sperm count should be anywhere between 50 to 150 million per mil.
Wow.
Yes. If the sperm count is less than 20 million per mil, the patient or the male is considered infertile or sterile. Why? I told you about look at, there's your uterus, here is it, there's the egg, there's the vagina, there's the millions of sperm. They are going into enemy territory, isn't it? In the vagina alone, but in the vaginal area, the pH there is already just going to kill a lot of the sperm that landed in enemy territory. So they have to be in millions. Besides, they have to split off once they get into the uterus. They have to split off. Half of them will go, because they don't know where you ovulated. Does it make sense? So that's why there has to be millions of them. When they land here, beginning right here, they group together because they get scared, and then after a while they adjust. They have to go up. That's why you have to have millions of them. Now we get to the helpers. What I said that when they are released, so we look at this one. There's your testes. There is where my sperm is formed. You understand now how it's formed. It's endocrine related. Testosterone is key. My brain, I need to have normal brain, so this will happen. And then they are released. By the way, do males need to release their sperm cells? No, not necessarily, okay? In fact, they say the sperm can stay here. This is the vas deferens that goes, this is what you're going to see as it pierces the inguinal canal. So you can have sperm here that can last for about 7 months, and then they just, sperm cells or egg cells, they can just undergo normal cell death. For normal cell death of egg cells, it's referred to as atresia. This is similar to apoptosis, but atresia is the term we use to refer to normal cell death of your sperm or your egg cells. So what happens when they die? You just recycle. Isn't it just made up of organic and inorganic compounds? Okay? So, but when they get released during intercourse, okay? As what's being released here? My spermatocyte. Remember, they're naked, right? They're going to they must need some supplies. Now they get help from the 3 accessory organs. I call them the 3 kings. You need to know the secretions for the test. So here are the 3 kings. You see the seminal vesicle right here, the prostate gland, and your Cowper's gland or bulbourethral gland. It's easier for me to remember Cowper's gland. The book writes down so many contributions from these different glands. But let's trace so here's the sperm on its way out. As it gets here, it gets the first care package from the seminal vesicles. What is being given by my seminal vesicles? What's this?
Form of glucose.
Yes, sugar for energy. So now it has its energy bars, right? The sperm has energy bars to use to get to wherever they're going. Okay? The seminal vesicle also secretes clotting proteins. This is why the semen clots, right? And it's important that they huddle together. They're unloaded in enemy territory. Remember, the vaginal area is enemy territory for them. And if they're just exposed, spread out like that, they may all die. So if they huddle together, at least the inner group of sperm is still alive. The outer may be affected, but at least you still have a lot of millions that's still alive. You understand? Then as it's passing through this one, you're going to get secretions from your prostate gland. What is being secreted by my prostate gland? It's getting antibiotics from the prostate. By the way, the book uses fancy terms, seminal plasmin. We just use this one, easier to. And it's getting lysine proteins. See, initially the sperm will clot, and then after a while they get adjusted and they say, oh, it's not too scary after all. Let's go. See, okay? Just use the story. Here's my king, the first king, the second king, and then finally, as they move, they get the last care package from the Cowper's gland. The Cowper's gland secretes mucus. The mucus actually goes before or ahead of the sperm, because we know that the male urethra is also where urine passes.
It's acidic.
That's very good. It's acidic. And so the mucus is being neutralized. The mucus is going to neutralize the acidity. Otherwise, the acid can kill your sperm. Okay? So, normally, the semen contain urine? It does not. Okay? So, what is semen? Semen is is made up of sperm cells plus secretions from the three kings. Okay? And that's how it happens. It's a cycle. Again and again and again and again. You understand? We're done with the male reproductive system. Break for 5 minutes and we talk about the female reproductive system.